It's not often you see a champion make their first defence in the home of the challenger. You must give him credit for that.
Yes, I give credit for that, but I also look at the English fans in England, like when Hatton was making his defence, and guys like Nigel Bent or Joe Kawasaki, they always fought over there. So really, I don't know if the English fans have adopted him yet as a superstar. So I have to give him credit to come here to fight in the guy's hometown. 100%. You have to give credit. He won the title on the road and he's defending on the road. So you have to give him his props for that.
What have you made of James DeGALE as a fighter of the last couple of years?
He's a good fighter. I looked at all the tapes. He's improved. He's matured. He's not the same guy that lost when he had 11 fights or 12 fights. He's a good fighter. He's an Olympic champion. Now he's a world champion. He's a good fighter, but there's flaws. He has flaws. And we're gonna try our due diligence to capitalize on it.
And Lucian obviously proved over that 5-year stretch that just how good he is and that he belongs at that world level. Have you seen that in the time that you've been working with him, that he's back to his best?
It's been a very short time. We've been together 7 months, but one thing that we have noticed, his confidence has been immensely risen. His defense, his capacity has improved a lot, and we've only been together a short period of time, and we had a fantastic training camp. Everything's been good. Positive, he's very positive, and I think those are the things. Not overtrained. I think he was overtrained before, and these are things we talk almost every day, and these are things that he said to us. So he's 110% prepared, and with all due respect to you guys, we're gonna take this title away from him and leave it over here.
A lot's been made of that performance, of the defeat against Carl Froch, and the nature of that defeat, and how much that can take out of a fighter being beaten like that. What's your stance on that? Do you agree that can happen?
It can happen, but usually when a guy gets really hammered for 8, 10, 12 rounds, it has more of a lasting effect. This was a short fight with Carl Froch, and I was not with him at that time, so I don't want to go back and put the blame on other people. But Froch did what he had to do. Lucian went over there to defend his title. He lost his title in England. And the tables have turned now. DeGALE is over here defending his title in Quebec, where the challenge is from. So that's about it.
Just a final question. I saw some quotes that attributed to you about the chance of a dirty fight, and that James DeGALE could try some kind of dirty tactics with the shoulder and the elbow. What did you mean by that?
I got an email this morning from somebody saying the ad from the Daily Motion in England. I've seen some fights of James. He uses his shoulder. He shoulders the guy. When he's on the inside, he uses his shoulder. And I did say, if he starts and he uses his elbow. And I did say to Lucian, if this guy starts this kind of stuff, you got to elbow him right back in the face. Hey, this is boxing. If you're playing football and a guy starts grabbing you by the elbow, something like that's going to happen to the other team. They're going to do the same thing. So I just want the fight to be fair. If he hits my guy low, like when I was in the game, if a guy's going to hit me low, you better believe I'm going to punch him in the nuts. So if a guy hits me with the headbutt, I'm going to do the same thing. So that's what I said, But it's not to say, I'm telling Lucian to go out there to be dirty with this guy. I'm telling him, if James starts the dirty stuff, we have to do the same.
Is there a fear then that the referee could miss certain things?
Well, I think the referee missed a lot in England because he was not warned. And I saw the tapes over and over. I watched like maybe 6-7 fights of his, and he uses that shoulder a lot then. But the fights are in England, and he's an English guy, fighting other guys, and even some of the English guys that he fought, and he got away with it. So these are things that when the referee comes in to give the instructions in the dressing room, I'm going to tell him, watch this guy, he uses his shoulder, he uses his elbows, and I will let him know that.
How do you prepare for that in the gym?
Well,
can you?
You can't prepare for these kind of things because a guy might throw the elbow up and he might hit you in the eye, you might get cut. So you just do what you have to do in the gymnasium, and you don't prepare to get cut in the gymnasium either, or to get knocked down or all these things. But sometimes it does happen. So you just got to go through, like going to the office. You got to go do your work. Whatever you have to do, you have to do it.
Does it suit Lucian, a brawl? If it does get a bit dirty in there.
A brawl. Well, if it gets dirty like what happened when he fought against Froch, rough, I don't think James DeGALE has ever been in any rough fights. Lucian has been in some rough fights, and I was on the opposite side when he fought against Librado both times. I told Librado, well, you got to rough this guy up. So I think with the experience that he's got, he's been through the rust belts. Me, I'm just trying to keep him polished, keep him calm, and just go out there and do what he's got to do Saturday and get the title.